This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Double murder in graveyard in Westmoreland. Man and a woman found shot to death. The bodies of a man and a woman were found in a graveyard near a church in Dundee District, Betheltown, Westmoreland, Saturday morning. Late yesterday afternoon, the bodies, which were found between two graves, were still unidentified. Police said the man is believed to be in his late 40s and about 5 feet 11 inches. He was wearing a gray t-shirt, light blue short jeans pants, and a pair of blue Adidas sneakers. The woman is believed to be in her early 30s, of a brown complexion, and about 5 feet 7 inches. She was clad in a purple and white mesh blouse, black and white long tights, and a pair of black slippers. Police said residents reported hearing gunshots about 3 a.m. Residents, upon checking about 6:30 a.m., found the two bodies. The man's body was found lying down with a wound to the head. His hands were bound with a black electrical cord. The woman's body, which was in a kneeling position between two graves, had what appeared to be a gunshot wound to her head. Police said a burnt 2011 brown Toyota Probox motor car was also found near the church. The bodies were removed following initial investigations. Two Portmore men hit with lengthy sentences for gun crimes. While lawmakers are busy deliberating over proposed changes to the Firearms Act, which could see offenders convicted of illegal possession of a firearm facing a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years behind bars, the gun court has been busy handing down telling sentences aimed at curbing gun violence and murders. Firearm recoveries by the St. Catharines South Police led to two convicted Portmore men being hit each with sentences exceeding 5 years in separate gun court cases in the past week. These have dealt with what investigators from the division has described as an apt punishment amid a public outcry in recent months about light sentences for illegal firearms possession, especially in instances of guilty pleas. Police statistics show the gun as a weapon of choice up to 85% in an average 1,270 murder cases annually, figures National Security Minister Horace Chang has used to bolster his calls for amended firearms law. Ricardo Campbell, who changed his plea to guilty mid-trial on February 15, 2022, was sentenced to 7 years and 3 months by Justice Judith Pusey. Campbell was found in possession of a Browning 9mm pistol loaded with 13 rounds of ammunition in July 2021. He pleaded guilty after being surprised by the arrival of prosecution witness, District Constable Jason McKay, who was previously listed as being unavailable to give evidence. Campbell was arrested during a stop and search in Garveymead, Portmore, by Constable Delano Dunn of the St. Catharines South Division's Special Operations Unit. The gun was seized during an operation conducted in response to a number of murders. In another matter, Romaine Pusey, a resident of Greater Portmore, was sentenced to 6 years and 6 months by Justice Sonia Bertram Linton for possession of a Beretta pistol, as well as 3 years and 2 months for 16 rounds of ammunition recovered from the weapon. Pusey was found guilty on December 17, 2021, after being charged for possession of the loaded 9mm pistol by District Constable McKay on August 2, 2021. Pusey admitted during trial that he was searched and the gun found, but claimed he did not know that the waste bag contained the pistol, which was described by McKay as a large, fully loaded and heavy. Evidence was given by McKay, who serves on the St. Catharines South Division's Special Operations Unit, that during a snap operation led by Senior Superintendent Christopher Phillips in Greater Portmore, he had searched Pusey and found the gun in a Puma waste bag hanging around the defendant's neck. 3 high schools to benefit from major infrastructure upgrade, says Williams. The government has committed to complete work on major infrastructure projects at 3 high schools this fiscal year. The works involve the construction of 2 classroom blocks with a total of 12 classrooms and a wastewater project at Black River High School, completion of computer labs and a library resource center at Kingston College, and a wastewater project at Pepin High School. Minister of Education and Youth Favour Williams made the announcement during her contribution to the 2022-2023 sectorial debate in the House of Representatives on April 12. The minister also informed that construction will begin on 9 major infrastructure projects at the Cedric Titus High School, Bridgeport High, Homewood Technical, Exchange All-Age, Westwood High, Albertown High, Newell High, Mount St. Joseph High, and the Deas Infant School. Fencing and electrical upgrades of several schools across the island will also be undertaken. Williams also informed that procurement for construction services will be done within the financial year for 9 major infrastructure projects at the Pepin High, Port Antonio High, Denham Town High, Nain High, New Forester High, Belair High, Aberdeen High, Stony Hill Technical High, and the Boundary Primary. The infrastructure development projects are designed to enhance the teaching and learning environment for our students and the teachers across all levels of the education system. The projects are geared towards the elimination of the shifted system, the reduction of overcrowding in schools, and the provision of quality school spaces, Williams said. 13-year-old Tamian Mackenzie of Greater Portmore missing. An Ananda alert has been activated for 13-year-old Tamian Mackenzie, a student of 7 West Greater Portmore, St. Catherine, who has been missing since Thursday, April 14. She is of dark complexion, medium build, and about 167 centimeters, or 5 feet 6 inches tall. Reports from the Greater Portmore Police are that Tamian was last seen at home wearing a blue blouse and short jeans. She has not been seen or heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Tamian Mackenzie is being asked to contact the Greater Portmore Police at 876-989-0623, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Frequent breakdowns frustrate JUTC drivers and passengers. The island's primary transportation company, Jamaican Urban Transit Company, has caused the drivers and the passengers pain with irregular breakdowns mid-transit. One bus driver who wished to remain anonymous told the news he is tired of the buses constantly breaking down, and he attributes the condition of the vehicles to poor management. I have a bus where I operate for the last 5 years, and the windshield wiper never work yet, and me complain and write it up till me weak. So me realize that it's not going anywhere. The passengers are relying on us. We have to force and drive the bus in a rain, because if me start work before the rain start and me have the passengers, me can't leave them a road and me can't park them up in the bus, the driver lamented. As it relates to his complaints about the bus he has been operating without a functioning windshield wiper, the bus driver simply said, "When management tell me say no, is that must bring in the bus when the rain start fall. So in a case like that, when me have the passengers them en route, what me going to do? So it no make sense. You have to expect rain at any given time. You can't just drive on the road and then rain just start fall," he said, adding that he has brought his complaints as far as the managing director, but to no avail. Barely able to hide his frustration during the interview, the driver said, "The management system is down. The bus that me operate, you know, a AC bus. Them not really have no window, just some little blinds, and yesterday the AC stopped work. Yesterday me a drive and my blood pressure not too good, because me up in a age. Me complain till me weak about the AC, and up to yesterday when the bus break down with me and other mechanical defects, me have to left it because the brake run out, everything run out," he continued in the recent interview, adding that he had to force and drive it from Crossroads toward Theatre to park it because he did not want to leave his passengers stranded. He also noted that on many occasions in the past, after a particular bus stopped working and he had to leave it on the road, it sometimes took days for someone to collect the vehicle and take it in for repairs. The passengers deserve better service and better value for their money, because every country is supposed to have a national transport system, and it's like them do everything to phase out this one, he said. Attempting to verify the many complaints about JUTC buses malfunctioning during transit, the news team boarded a number 23 bus heading to Spanish Town, St. Catherine from the Halfway Tree Transport Center on March 12. The ride was nothing short of challenging, with the driver needing to stop multiple times because the vehicle was overheating. A 30 to 40 minute drive lasted closer to 2 hours, and although passengers were observed being sympathetic to the driver, who was apologetic, they aired their displeasure with the company, One man even went as far as to shout, "The people them need to fix the bus." Speaking with a passenger, Danielle Wilkie, the following day, she explained that a few months ago, while heading to work from Spanish Town, the vehicle overheated and the driver had to stop. "I live in the Spanish Town area, so it broke down when we got to the Highdale group of schools. Because the trouble started, the atmosphere was normal, but afterwards everyone was a bit confused. We had to take another bus. Thankfully, one was nearby, but I lost my seat, and the new bus didn't take me to my final destination. I was heading to Crossroads, but the new bus took me to Halfway Tree," Wilkie said. Another passenger, Maurice, spoke about the last time he took a JUTC bus. "The last time I took a bus in January from Papine, a 78. Before reaching my destination downtown, the bus broke down along Slipe Road, which then caused passengers to exit the bus, stranded until another bus stopped so we could get on. It took me about 10 minutes to get another bus because I couldn't get a taxi as all of them were coming down full. I was late for work," Maurice said, noting that he usually takes a taxi but decided on a whim to take the bus. He vows never to take another JUTC bus. However, despite the bus driver stating that the buses seem to return with the same or more issues after sending them to be serviced, Corporate Communications Manager at the JUTC, Cecil Toms, told the news that servicing is done once per month on all operational buses. But he said unscheduled maintenance takes place daily to include issues such as punctured tires, broken windscreen, etc., and is not predictable. With a fleet of 608 buses and 878 drivers, Toms told the news that aging buses with an average age of 12 years mostly experience transmission failure, engine oil seal leaks, and suspension repairs. Currently, 105 buses are no longer functioning due to various operational issues. We have been advised that new buses, approximately 50, will be procured to boost the fleet and are expected to arrive in the last quarter of this year, Toms disclosed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.